Hello, everyone. Dart Sinovia here once again with another stream. I don't know, as usual, what I'm going to talk about, but there are some topics I probably will talk about in the stream because there's been interesting, and I don't mean this, to praise it, but an interesting discussion on social media in the past week. But before I get to that, I'm just going to wait for my audience to, show up first because, well, I prefer to have a decent size, audience before I start getting to the meat of what I would talk about. But anyway, for any updates, for those of you who care to know, yes, I got the fucking jab or the COVID vaccine. So I already got the second vaccine. So that's the update on my end. My arm hurts a little bit because of the shot, but I haven't experienced any side effects as far as I know, other than that. And yeah, so in a few weeks, I'll be fully vaccinated. So I'm more protected when the COVID strain hits, the whatever fucking strain, if it's Delta or whatever. So yeah, even though it's not, the protection's kind of shit, some protection is better than no protection. And yeah, for those of you who are watching, I have to apologize for what happened last week. It was never my intention for the stream to get out of control and have someone else take over. Basically take over the stream in the middle of it. And for those of you who were turned off by that stream, I apologize. I understand. You did not come to my streams to be exposed to pointless, drama that unfortunately happened. So I apologize to my audience, who are watching this about that stream. Hopefully this stream will turn out better. It's going to be much better. I'll be a lot more cautious this time. I'm not against letting people on, but somebody that comes on my comment section and they want to, basically take over the video or be part of the video is somebody I'm not going to, tolerate. You want to watch my stream? You could do that, but I'm not going to put any people on, just because, you think I owe you something. No. This platform is not a platform for debate. And for those who think it is, need to, grow the fuck up. This is not your platform. And if I do not want to debate you, then I don't have to debate you. This is not a debate platform. Nor is this a free speech platform. I'll allow you to speak your mind as long as you're respectful towards me and my guest. The moment you treat me with disrespect, you're gone. I have zero tolerance for that. So, I think, see, it's been about 4 minutes now. I'm just going to get to the meat of this because fuck it. Because people are going to be asking me anyway. American patriotism is fucking bullshit. Why the hell are we communists having this discussion in 2021? Why are we still debating about patriotism? Oh, but patriotism, it shouldn't be taboo. No, if you understand the context behind America as a country, what America represents as a country, what American patriotism represents, then it would make sense why any rational human being would be against the American flag. I mean, these chauvinists, these American chauvinists who defend the flag, who label anybody that opposes America as a country as an ultra leftist, are the fucking biggest chauvinists. They never talk about how, what do third world people feel about this genocidal flag? No, it's always America. Most of the world hates that fucking flag, and most of the world, those who fly the American flag are usually fascists or people in color revolution, especially, usually backed by the U.S. government. Yes. That's exactly the point. What patriotism is white nationalism. I mean, for fuck's sake, what is there to be patriotic about? What is there to be proud of America? This country was founded on genocide of the indigenous people. It was founded on genocide with the fucking African people who have no fucking culture to speak of. They lost their culture. This country fucking is colonial. Like, nobody talks about how, America, is not a, colonial country. Bullshit. What about Hawaii? What about Puerto Rico? Did they ask to be colonized by the United States? Did the people in Hawaii, did they choose to be part of this fucking fascist colonial empire? They were forced to be part of this fucking country against their consent. They didn't fucking want it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Fuck this red-brown bullshit. This social chauvinism from these supposed leftists is, I'm so sick and tired of it not being called out for what it is. It's fucking fascist. There's nothing progressive about American patriotism. And most of the people I see that push this position, it's fucking white people. It's never fucking people of color. It's never indigenous people. Oh, they'll probably mention them in passing. Oh, an indigenous person, I asked him, why does he love this country? It's like, okay, why not have that person, on your fucking show? It's the same racist bullshit that fucking white people did in the civil rights movement, basically saying, oh, well, all my best friends are black. Same fucking shit. It's like they never let these people, speak for themselves. That is so true. And for those of you who are familiar with what's going on in Twitter, yeah, that's exactly what I'm responding to. It's ridiculous. It's mostly middle-class white people that are pushing this American patriotism nonsense. It really is. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And I do not care if it's fucking not popular. Where does it say in any of Lenin's writings that we have to cater to the most reactionary parts of the population because it's popular? No, and no. Because every time I hear American patriotism, it's always America this, American that. I'm sorry, but aren't we supposed to be internationalists? Isn't that what being a communist is all about? Being an internationalist? Why the fuck are you just like, you sound like, these fucking weirdos, right-wingers who freaking talk about some weird shit. It's like, this is fucking weirdo behavior. It's just like, American patriotism is right opportunism. They're trying to cater to some of the worst sections of the population and try to, incorporate them as part of their grift. If they truly cared about fighting for socialism, why the hell are they dying on this hill about the American flag? Why are they dying on this hill? The American flag is an oppressive flag. And every time I've seen the American flag flown anywhere, it's always people with nefarious intentions. It's like, there's none of this, we shouldn't let these people claim the American flag. We should reclaim it. Reclaim what? Reclaim what? Reclaim what? a fascist fucking colonial flag. I mean, if people are going to get so bent out of shape of the Confederate flag, why aren't people doing the same for the American flag? And by the way, the American flag is worse, considering what the American flag represents. I don't like the Confederate flag, but I will die on this hill. The Confederate flag, I would rather have that over the American flag, considering how many countries around the world has the Confederate battle flag been flown versus the American flag. I'll give you a minute because, I doubt you're going to actually find that many. What's the difference between the American flag, the South Vietnamese flag, the Zionist flag, and the Nazi flag? What's the difference between the two? Look at the people that fly them, who they are. Fascists. Why are most fascists in, America or around the world who support American colonialism, why are they always flying the British and American flags? Why? Yes, they are. Of course they are. But here's the thing. These people don't want, these people. They want white people. That's what this is all about. They can't just outright and say, oh, we want to cater only to white people. But that's what it is. They're doing the same fucking thing that the Republicans did in the 1970s. They're trying to use the sovereign strategy. Exclude, leftists of color. Exclude the Indians. Exclude, lump in anything but middle-class white people. That's what their movement is about. And their movement's never going to go anywhere. It's infantile. It's infantile. It's fucking infantile. American patriotism is a dead end. Your average American is going to freaking look at these fucking people these supposed Marxists and like, what a fucking weirdo. That's what they're going to be looked at as. They're fucking weirdos. It's like, what kind of person, mixes American patriotism with socialism? They're not even compatible. They're not even compatible. These people make the communists look like a joke. How can anyone take us seriously when you have, because, communists are accused of hating America, which is true. We do. And then you have communists that love America. It's confusing. And honestly, we should be honest that what we want to do. America as a country cannot exist under socialism. Most of America's wealth is stolen from the entire world. Most of America's resources are stolen from the entire world. There's no way America could continue to exist as is. All that wealth that America stole needs to go back to the places that it was stolen from. And I don't fucking care how practical it is. I don't care. I care about what's fucking right. That's the difference between me and my former co-host. I don't believe in tailism. I don't believe in catering to the worst elements of a society. I don't care about doing what's popular. I believe in doing the right thing. And doing the right thing requires going against what majority of the reactionaries in the American population want. This country needs to be breaking up. This country cannot and should not be allowed to exist. If you're going to say that Israel has no right to exist, you're a fucking hypocrite if you actually believe that America should be allowed to exist. Because in all honesty, what is the difference between Israel and America? What difference is there? They're both apartheid states. They're both fascist. They both commit acts of genocide. They both are warmongering racist nations. Hell, we don't even have to extend this to Israel. Fucking the European Union's the same way. So is Britain. All these fucking Western countries. There is little difference between them and America. It's like, hate Israel all you want. Hate Britain all you want. Doesn't change the fact that America is just like them. This insanity of American patriotism. Why are we defending this? Why are we even having this discussion in 2021? It's ridiculous. This discussion should have been put in the bed decades ago on why American patriotism and communism doesn't mix, because it doesn't mix. It is never mixed. You cannot reconcile American patriotism with socialism. It can't happen. Anyone that tells you otherwise is delusional. It is a delusion. It is delusional. You cannot. It's like trying to mix fascism with communism. No, it cannot work, because fascism and communism are the exact opposite. Their goals are different. Their end goals are different. And this is the problem with American patriotism. American patriotism, it just dumbs down and ignores the struggles of all these nations in America. And don't give me that racist bullshit about, oh, yes, oh, yeah, there's not that many Indians left, so we shouldn't be fighting for them or giving them back their land. Oh, these people, yeah, well, we don't really want to help, the black population because they don't, support our interests and they're adventurous. It's like, yeah, it's the same racist bullshit. It's all fucking white people. I've yet to fucking be proven wrong regarding American patriotism. And let's just be honest here with ourselves, with America and American patriotism. What are, the average American patriots? Look at them. Look at them, or think about it for a second, of what American patriot actually is. They're usually racist. They're usually people that support the worst kind of policies possible in the most reactionary parts of the country. And they're usually the most reactionary parts of the population. And I mean extremely reactionary. American patriots are also, always the ones that will go face off fascists when things, go to shit. They will blindly support America for everything that it does, no matter what. Even if America could commit a genocide in front of these people, and they would still support America. They label anybody that is critical of the American empire as an anti-American, which I will take that with a badge of honor. They're irrational. They're emotional. There's no reasoning with these people. They're usually, talk to a poor fucking person and tell me, oh, they're the most patriotic. Bullshit. Bullshit. Most poor people I've ever talked to are not patriotic to this country. What? Why? Why should we be? In times of crisis, we're the first ones that the bourgeoisie will abandon or outright fucking kill because we're an inconvenience. No. Being against America is not a petty bourgeois position. Anyone that fucking says that is a dishonest piece of shit. Those who push American patriotism are the ones that are bourgeois. What would a poor person like myself gain by being pro-America? What would I have to gain? I have to fight daily just to fucking have my dignity. And you fucking expect me to owe this country anything? No, I owe this country nothing. Just like this country owes me nothing. I don't owe it a fucking thing. Considering how American patriots, I know how they fucking look at disabled fucking people. I know how they fucking look at me and people like me. It's like American patriots, if you were to talk to them, that they have some of the most disgusting views on fucking the most vulnerable members of society. And I don't care if people get offended if I say this. And if you are one of those American patriots and you're one of my subscribers, fuck you, unsub. I don't care. I'm not going to fucking, tail the fucking position of freaking American patriotism because it's unpopular. I believe in doing what's right, not what's convenient. I'm not a right-wing opportunist. Every time there's been a controversy and I've been involved, I did what I believe was the right thing. Well, I wasn't always right in those situations, but in this situation, I know in my heart that I'm right. American patriotism is a dead end to a movement of socialism. Because let's just say you do successfully get these people to be joining your movement. You know what's going to happen? The fascists are going to overtake the communists in this movement. And I use communists loosely. And it'll just become a fascist movement. None of this red-brown shit, none of this weirdo fucking nosball nonsense. We're socialists. Are we not? Are we fighting for socialism? Or are we fighting to maintain the status quo? I didn't become a socialist because I wanted to fucking help preserve the fucking empire. I became a socialist because I saw everything around me, as bullshit, and I see America. We need to change, the world in order to save humanity from, capitalism. That's why I became a communist. I didn't become one because I want to be part of a fucking cult that freaking worships some ginger fucking asshole that fucking says some stupid shit, dies on stupid positions, looks down on fucking poor people, is a transphobe and a racist. I didn't fucking become a socialist for that. I became a socialist because I wanted, to see things change for the better. I want not just for America, but the world. America is only a small fraction of the people of the world. And American patriotism is, what the hell is it actually? By being a patriot, you are proud of America for its genocide against indigenous people, genocide against the African people, genocide against various other people and various countries that this country has occupied, the endless wars, the theft of resources, the racism, the punching down of the most vulnerable. It's like there's literally nothing to be proud of in America. And I think using America as a monolith to compare American patriotism to the left-wing nationalism of the global South is fucking racist and chauvinistic. Get that American infantile fucking patriotism out of my face. Get it out of my face. Stop taking the freaking struggles of third world people and claiming that, oh, these people can do it, so can we. No, third world people have different conditions. Their nationalism of the oppressed is so much different than nationalism of the oppressor, which is essentially what patriotism is. I don't support anything that benefits the oppressor nation. America is an oppressor nation. And supporting patriotism instead of actual socialism is, I'm just going to say it, you're just a fascist. You don't actually want to see capitalism destroyed. You don't want to see a socialist world for your children or grandchildren. You just want to maintain the existing system, but have the appearance that it's socialist. And I'm going to move on to the next topic, but fuck American patriotism. It's infantile. It's any movement that has American patriotism is at a dead end. It's never going to go anywhere. Most of the fucking country isn't going to support these so-called Marxists and their childish, infantile positions because they're just going to see anything on the left of freaking Trump as communism. These people aren't fucking communists. They're a joke. Nobody should listen to these people. And I don't care if some of these people destroyed that stupid pedophile Vosh in the debate. Vosh in the first place. And that's all I'm going to say regarding this subject. I'd like to move on. Since this is an open discussion stream, I'll talk about whatever topics. If anybody has anything you like me to talk about, I will address it. Oh, fucking. Hold on. I'm not going to answer that in this stream like this. I will answer it in a Star Wars related stream. Hey, what's up? I want to preserve the country. Yeah, fucking stupid infantile behavior. I'm going to push for American patriotism, even though I don't live in America. That's me. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if anybody has anything interesting to type, I'll address it. I'm just gonna move on to a different subject because I don't want to spend all this time talking about American patriotism because eventually I'll just rant about who, and his dumbass fucking, positions on American patriotism, and it just doesn't interest me. I want to move on. Anyway. Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. I lost my train of thought, people. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to Dune. I'm just switching the topic to entertainment related stuff because why not? It is an open discussion stream after all. I am looking forward to Dune. I've been waiting for a long time for the new Dune movie to come out, and it's difficult to believe that it's almost here. I know in some countries you could watch the Dune movie already. So for those of you who probably live in those countries, don't spoil the movie for me. I know what happens in the movie because I've read the first Dune book. So I already know what happens generally in the story. It's just the first Dune movie is just something I'm looking forward to because I love, the Dune novel, the first one. I think it's a great, science fiction story. And in my opinion, it's one of the greatest, novels of all time. So, I'm not going to, get into too much into that. Apparently, the Zack Snyder's Justice League is out now on Blu-ray. For those of you who want to watch, that movie, you can do that if you want, because it's freaking. Sorry, people. I'm just looking. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw the trailer. I saw the teaser for Matrix, whatever you call it. It looks kind of interesting. Not a Matrix fan, but considering, all the other garbage we've been getting for the past 5 years regarding science fiction, it's probably gonna be a freaking like better than anything we have. Let's see. And if I ever do a Justice League stream, oh god, that's gonna be an exhausting one. I have yet to see any version of Justice League. Whether it's Josh Whedon's shitty Justice League or Zack Snyder's 4-hour, oh god, this I just want to die fucking movie. So yeah, I have yet to see either one, and I don't know whether to. I probably should continue that, but knowing the masochist in me, who, I must see certain movies because I have to at least to say I've seen them. I don't see Zack Snyder's Justice League being nearly as bad as Batman v Superman. You cannot get any worse. You cannot get any worse than Martha! Like that. Batman v Superman is such a stupid movie. It's like, how can anyone actually think that movie was any good? I don't fucking understand. That movie was nothing but pseudo-intellectual nonsense. It was trying to be fucking deep, and it fucking failed because it's not deep. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's a long, like almost 3-hour movie that's boring. It's boring. And the fact there's still fucking fanboys like Andre Cedino defending this fucking shit. It's like, how can you defend a fucking piece of shit freaking movie? Oh, because it has Batman and Superman in it? Fucking The Dark Knight Returns was better than Batman v Superman every way. At least, I'm talking about the animated version. And it was only 2 hours. It told a better and more coherent story in 2 hours than Batman v Superman did in fucking 3. It doesn't matter that the extended cut, which is I'm referring to because it's the only version I've seen, is superior to the theatrical version. It's still a long, boring movie. It's like, I don't know how anyone could die on this hill that it was this great movie. I mean, Zack Snyder fanboys are a funny bunch. They act like everything Zack Snyder made is fucking gold. It's like, really? If you think freaking watching a bunch of slow-mo freaking shots for fucking 3 hours is your idea of entertainment, I don't know what the fuck to freaking tell you. It's fucking boring. It's like, yeah, The Matrix may have some slow-mo in its fight scenes. It has aged like shit. But The Matrix had much more to it than the special effects. The Matrix, I'm going by the first one, mind you. Actually, there was a lot more to think about when you watch the movie. It's much deeper than it appears on the surface. The Matrix, unlike Zack Snyder's movies, is not fucking pseudo-intellectual nonsense. Like, there's a lot to unpack in The Matrix. And, of course, unfortunately, the red pill and blue pill has been abused by the far right when they say, oh, take the red pill, because, the red pill, when people say take the red pill, it means something completely different than when Morpheus offered Neo, the blue pill to stay in blessed ignorance, or the red pill to face harsh reality. That was an amazing scene. And it's still one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history. I'm not a Matrix fan, but that scene and how it was filmed and how it was acted, there's so much more nuance in that scene. And yes, there's people that say the Matrix is smart and intelligent. I don't think there's an argument to make that it isn't. At least the first one. I mean, the second film And the third, well, they can go fuck themselves. Those movies, I think, are nothing more than pseudo-intellectual nonsense. I don't think they're as deep as the first one was. The first Matrix was the only good one. Even though the special effects is bad, the first one at least it isn't style over substance like the rest of those films were. And speaking of style over substance, that is exactly what Zack Snyder is as a director. I mean, every movie of Zack Snyder is the same. If you've seen one film from Zack Snyder, you've pretty much seen them all. They're usually dark, gray, fucking movies that have some slow motion, here and there. It's like, oh God, Zack Snyder movies. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, they are. And I know I'm just ranting about Zack Snyder. It's just, how can anyone watch that shit and just be entertained? It's like, and then you have the people who defend freaking Zack Snyder's films claiming that, oh, these movies are too smart for Marvel fans. What is intelligent about fucking some pseudo-intellectualist garbage? And I'm pretty sure you probably would have, Zack Snyder fanboys defend that fucking cringe scene that's been mocked fucking forever regarding, and that scene in Batman v Superman. For those of you who don't know, it's essentially Batman. It's not Batman. Superman says Martha, and fucking Batman's like, what the fuck? Like, just like the audience, it's like, why'd you say that name? It's like Superman and Batman stop becoming enemies because, oh God, I cringe by saying this. Superman and Batman's mom have the same first name. No joke. No fucking joke. It is the whole reason they became friends, or whatever you want to call it. And these Zack Snyder fanboys defend this fucking scene, even though it's one of the most cringiest moments in the history of cinema. Like, how can anyone defend this pseudo-intellectual nonsense of Batman v Superman is beyond me. So, if I suffer through the if I suffer through the Justice League movies, both the Whedon and Snyder cut, I'm probably going to want to kill myself. Considering, well, not literally, but you get what I mean. I'm going to literally want to bang my head against the wall because I don't like Zack Snyder. I don't like his directing style. I don't like, how every time he gets actors on screen, they all sound robotic. They don't fucking sound like human beings. And the fact that Zack Snyder, I'd say let him direct, Fountainhead. Him doing Fountainhead would probably be more in Zack Snyder's alley than doing anything with a superhero movie. The Caleb Moffat cut of Batman v Superman. God. Oh my God. America! Why did you say that name? Because we're American. Okay. That's how it would go. Fucking Christ. Batman. I'm sorry, I cannot do the Batman voice without fucking... I'm Batman. Why would you say that name? I can't believe so. Why is this movie so terrible? Why is it so boring? Why would you say that name? I can't believe people defend that fucking scene. I still can't. I'm still cracking it up. How can anyone defend the most cringy moment in the fucking movie? That's been fucking memed to death at this point. Say what you will about fucking Marvel. Say what you will how the formulaic those movies are. But if you really think about it, what's more, Zack Snyder's movies are probably more formulaic than fucking Marvel. Just think about it. It's your stereotypical dark and brooding movie with boring fucking, the same fucking brown fucking colors, the same fucking gray fucking, you have fucking characters that are all the same. They act fucking emo. You have this shitty fucking music that plays. You fucking, all fucking the protagonists are fucking, you know, a bunch of crazy psychotic edgelords. Fucking, you have fucking a good chunk of the movie being a bunch of pseudo intellectual nonsense, and you have fucking slow motion and fucking all of his movies are borderline fucking fascist propaganda. It's like Zack Snyder is an Ayn Rand fan, by the way. Like, so, it's like, what the fuck is, like, what do you think about it? Was Man of Steel essentially Atlas Shrugged except with Superman? Was Batman v Superman was Fountainhead except with Batman and Superman? I can't even comment on the Justice League, but oh god. Do I really have to suffer through Justice League to, oh god. Oh, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. If I watch Justice League, both Zack Snyder's, I have to suffer through Josh Whedon's shitty Justice League and Zack Snyder's shitty Justice League, except one of them is an hour and a half and the other is 4 hours. How the hell do you have a movie longer than Return of the King? How? Of course, Andre Sedino and people like us like, oh, you're just a fake DC fan that doesn't understand the brilliance of Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is a genius. Zack Snyder knows everything. Zack Snyder's a god. Zack Snyder knows everything. It's like these Zack Snyder fanboys, like, why are you defending a pile of fucking shit? You're defending a pile of pseudo-intellectualish shit. Why are people defending a pseudo-intellectual piece of shit? You better pray I don't fucking watch Justice League. You better hope I don't, because I'll fucking rip that motherfucker a new one even harder. I won't show it any fucking mercy, just like I fucking did to fucking the sequel trilogy. It's like, I won't fucking show mercy to do this because I'm afraid of hurting the feelings of a bunch of fragile fucking man children that don't understand fucking what good film is. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Zack Snyder's a god. Sorry. I'd rather watch the Star Wars sequels than watch anything Zack Snyder makes. Because at least they don't pretend to be pseudo-intellectual nonsense. Well, maybe The Last Jedi. But, oh, God. Then again, it's like, do I want to shoot myself with a piece of shit with Star Wars name on it? Or do I want to shoot myself with, a piece of shit with fucking Batman and Superman in it? It's the same fucking shit. Oh my God. I've been ranting about Zack Snyder fanboys for a good chunk of the stream, almost half of it. But it's just, I just find it ridiculous how it's a fucking cult. Zack Snyder fanboys are a fucking cult. They worship Zack Snyder like he's some sort of fucking prophet. Yeah, it does. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. The Star Wars sequels. I mean, oh God. Though I will admit there's one thing I will I will forever fucking laugh my ass off is when Zack Snyder roasted fucking Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers on a live fucking stream, and the fucking coping and the damage control that fucking all these fucking man children did afterwards. Oh, Zack Snyder, he didn't actually mean it. He was forced to by WB because he would blah 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 blah. It's like these people, the damage control was fucking hilarious. Like fucking Zack Snyder fucking made those people look like a bunch of cucks. And they fucking couldn't handle it. Their coping mechanism was just lying to themselves that Warner Brothers made Zack Snyder do it. Why would they make Zack Snyder do what he did? I'm pretty sure they don't even care about these people's pitiful existence. And consider that Warner Brothers is a pretty right wing in general. Why would they give a shit about what those people say? I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder, came on his own volition to basically shut down any mention that of him being associated with the Phantom Menace. Nothing. You missed me. You missed me ranting about Zack Snyder and his fanboys, which I've been doing for the past 20 minutes. And you also missed the part where I ranted about the futility of American patriotism. Anyway, it's just another grift, and now I've been seeing the Phantom Menace are now going after fucking Netflix now because of Cowboy Bebop. It's like, okay. That's just my reaction. Okay. Of course, also One Piece, but I'm just going to tackle Cowboy Bebop. It's like, does anyone fucking expect an anime live action to be any good? I'm just going to be real. Does anyone expect it? Look at the record of live action anime. Look at the fucking record. Exclude the exceptions, like the Rurouni Kenshin, movies, which until recently I didn't know there was 3, but there's currently 5. Excluding the Rurouni Kenshin films, the Death Note films, in my opinion, I think they're pretty good in terms of movies. And there's a few others as well. Excluding the good live action anime movies. Exclude those. The good ones for a second. Because there isn't that many good live action anime movies that exist. For every Rurouni Kenshin, we have Fullmetal Alchemist, which was a piece of shit. It was an abomination. We had Attack on Titan. Well, how fitting. A shitty live action film for an overrated anime. We have fucking the most infamous one of them all, Dragon Ball Evolution. Of course, there's debates to this day if Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime, but you have that fucking movie too, which it isn't an anime, but I figured I'd throw it out there. Most live action, of course, would Transformers technically count? Because Transformers was technically an anime back, because of the original G1 was animated by an animation studio in Japan. So yeah, Transformers, will throw that in there as well. Fuck it. Anime movies as a whole have fucking sucked. There's barely been any good ones, and in the rare occasions there is good live action anime films, they're overshadowed by a lot of the shit because there's a lot of fucking garbage. It's like the fact that these anti-SJWs are like, it's like no fucking anime fan fucking thinks Cowboy Bebop is going to be any good. No, none of them do. It's a fucking live action anime movie and it's on fucking Netflix, which is another thing to fucking take into consideration. Netflix combined with live action anime. What do you get? A pile of fucking shit because a lot of Netflix original shows are not good. It's like these people have to like fucking attach themselves to everything because they fucking in order to stay freaking relevant. It's like, and let's talk about the One Piece live action series. It's a thing, unfortunately. You're seeing the fandom menace attack that as well. It's like, can these leeches stay out of fucking fandoms as a whole? No One Piece fan in general fucking gives a shit about fucking the One Piece fucking anime. Let's just be honest. One Piece anime fans are basically a minority in the One Piece fandom. The only things One Piece fans truly care about is the manga. And as for the live action movie, or whatever, TV show, it's going to be fucking shit. We all know this. We all know the live action One Piece is going to be shit. I mean, how are you going to fucking adapt a manga that is freaking as long as the Wheel of Time and fucking do it in a fucking reasonable manner? How much material would you have to cut? It's like it would take 2 seasons, consider they don't do long seasons on Netflix, to get fucking out of East Blue. It would take 4 seasons to get out of Alabasta. It would take 6 seasons to fucking get out of fucking Dressrosa. It's like, of course, they're not going to adapt it like that, but still, there's so much fucking material. How are you going to fucking condense all that shit without and make it work as a fucking adaptation? It's like, oh god, oh god. Oh, hold on, sorry. Lou, I know Last Airbender is not an anime, but there's still debates if it is or not. So I just threw it out there. But in all honesty, how can you fucking adapt the One Piece manga in live action without it looking like some stupid cheap cosplay? I know what awful fucking cosplay looks like. I know because I might as well just show you. I might as well just show you what shitty fucking fucking live action looks like. So, honestly, because fuck, I've seen the whole series from start to finish. To me, it's a guilty pleasure. At best, I don't consider it a good a good series. The Sailor Moon live action. It does exist, and oh god, it is bad. No, there is a live action Sailor Moon in Japan. And the fucking costumes look so cheap. It's like, imagine Super Sentai, but even with even cheaper fucking, costumes. I'm not even joking just how bad it was. Oh god. Oh my god, that was fucking gold. I'm sorry, I gotta show you this clip because just how cheap the costumes look. It's been over 10 years since I've seen the live action anime. What live action, Sailor Moon series. I have seen it from start to finish. And I can't believe they actually it looks so cheap. As someone that is a fan of Super Sentai, this is cheap even for Super Sentai standards. So I'm just gonna share. I'm just gonna show you, some terrible looking, you know, live action. I'll just show you this. This is out of context. I don't care. I'll just show you anyway. I'm gonna be quiet and let you see the cringe. Hold on, actually, I need to. Sorry, I need to. I need to enable the sound of my computer. All right. Okay, I don't want this to. Since I don't want this to like double sound, I'm gonna get my headphones for a second. So give me a second. All right, I'm back. I just don't want to have it echoing, so I'm just gonna put on my headphones. Now, of course, you're already noticing the terrible costume design. You're probably going to notice this very quickly. This is why some series need to be in animation only. Sailor Moon being one of them. This was done in the early 2000s. Oh God, this is terrible. This is terrible. Oh God, this is worse than I remember. Holy shit. This is... All right, this is an AMV, but still, it still doesn't. It still stands at that animation like Sailor Moon should stay in animation. There should not be a fucking live action adaptation. It's like, oh God. The Sailor Senshi wearing fucking suits. I don't even know how the hell they would even fight in a fucking suit. If you want to know how bad the Sailor Moon live action is, look it up yourself. The fight scenes in a nutshell are some of the worst I've ever seen in a Super Sentai style series. In a nutshell, guess what it is in a nutshell? They're just a lot of the fight scenes is just a Sailor Senshi backflipping, and then at the end of the fight scene you have terrible CGI. The live action Sailor Moon is just bad. It's Super Sentai, but with an even lower budget. And it's just One Piece. Oh God, I don't even want to imagine what the hell would look like. I mean, the Sailor Moon live action series, the costumes are so awful that fucking cosplayers with a lower budget managed to make better looking costumes than the fucking Sailor Senshi. No, those costumes are off. They're bad. They're all no, Louis. They're terrible. The Sailor Moon musicals have better costumes than the live action Sailor Moon's series. I've seen fans in conventions that have better that had better fucking costumes. I've seen cosplayers of Sailor Moon characters have better costumes. In general, fucking the costumes just looked like shit. They looked really freaking cheap. It looked like fucking... It didn't even cost... It probably cost them like fucking $10 or $20 probably to make fucking the costumes. It's like, holy crap. I mean, if you just look at Rurouni Kenshin, that's, live action. Yeah, they made some alterations from the manga, but it's more of a historical fiction to begin with, Rurouni Kenshin. So any liberties it made to the source material makes sense. Unlike freaking what you would have to do for One Piece. One Piece has over 1,000 chapters with fucking hundreds of characters. It's like, I don't think it's possible to do a live action One Piece. I just don't think it is. You need thousands of actors if you wanted to freaking do One Piece. And fucking, it'd be expensive. It'd be more expensive than the Wheel of Time, which the Wheel of Time itself, in general, has a heavy magic system. And a lot of the stuff in the Wheel of Time novels, you need a good budget. Otherwise, it's just going to look like shit. Hold on. Actually, I need to answer out Maxwell Glover. When adapting something to live action as it is a comic, as a cartoon or thing, you always run the risk of looking too colorful, cheap, and goofy at this, or the other end, the spectrum, too dark and edgy. I agree. But the issue with the One Piece anime isn't that. The issue with the One Piece, manga is just there's too much fucking content to adapt into a fucking TV series. In order to do the One Piece story proper, you need like at least a good amount of episodes per season. You can't do East Blue in 8 episodes or 10. You can't fucking do the Water 7 arc in one season. You need 2 seasons. I'm going by, if you're going by 8 to 10 episodes a season, which is they normally do. If you wanted to make this work, you'd have to have 26 episodes per season, or 20 episodes at the very least. There's just no room otherwise. You'd have to have 20 60-minute episodes in order to actually properly adapt the One Piece story. And I just don't see Netflix letting the show last for that long, because it probably stopped after the first or second season because it's just too big. It's just too fucking big. There's like nothing. You can't condense like all of those, like all that material and make it good. The reason why the Wheel of Time, you could adapt 14, 15 books, in probably the span of 7 or 8 seasons, is because they're, the Wheel of Time, is a novel, not a comic. And as a result, of course, the Wheel of Time series as a whole, if it gets past its first season, is going to be at least 7 seasons or 8, considering the amount of source material there is in the Wheel of Time. I'm actually looking forward to Wheel of Time, actually. I saw the trailer. It looks good. As someone that's read up until, I'm currently reading book 8 right now of Wheel of Time. I actually think it looks like it could be really good. Yeah, most of the characters in the series, when I saw the trailer, don't look anything like I imagined them in the book, but it's an adaptation. In all honesty, though, I'll probably bring this up in a bit. I'll just like to answer one thing from Louis. Those, oh god, the Ninja Turtle 3 costumes are abominations, but nothing compares to the holiday special. Those are the worst costumes. I don't know anything about the Lord of the Rings series enough to talk about it. But back to the Wheel of Time. I am surprised the Fandom Menace have not attacked it yet, considering there's a lot of women in the trailer, and they've changed. Oh, of course, they're going to say they changed a character's race. Like, oh my god, Egwene is black. Oh my god, Nynaeve is black. It's like, okay, so, oh my god, the leader of the Aes Sedai, of the Amelin Saint, Shantae. Oh my god, they made her black. It's like, who gives a shit? It's like anyone that actually complains about diversity in the casting of Wheel of Time have never fucking read the books. The Wheel of Time is one of the most diverse freaking fantasy series out there. And I don't know. I would not be surprised if the Fandom Menace do attack Wheel of Time at some point as something that's woke. Speaking of woke, I actually think the "Go Woke, Go Broke" slogan, it's gotten to the point where it is mask off racist. Because Shang-Chi, which is you know the newest Marvel film, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is fucking being claimed to be woke, which I don't understand how it could be woke. It seems like to be an action movie. It doesn't seem like there's anything woke about it. The only thing I could see it being woke to these people is there's not a single white person in the cast. You know what? Speaking of which, one thing I find really pathetic about anti-SJWs, and it's really sad, they constantly use the toys sales argument for why something is not doing well. And it's such stupid fucking nonsense. Fucking toys? Are you fucking serious? Toys? Something that like a small percentage of the fandom of any fucking community give a fuck about. Kids don't buy toys. No shit, they don't. You know what kids buy now? What kids are interested in now? It's not fucking toys that kids fucking buy. It's not fucking toys. It's video games. I mean, think about it. Why would a kid want to play with a piece of plastic when they can simply play a video game? Toys are like is a thing that fucking, it's such a boomer Gen X fucking thing to fucking talk about. It's like the last generation that really have played with toys was pretty much my generation. We were the last to play with toys, and even that's arguable because of the rise of video games. In the like 80s to the like all the way to the 90s. It's just video games have replaced toys as something that kids would actually play with. Why would a kid play with a toy? I mean, there's fucking games everywhere. You can play a game on your fucking phone now. That's what kids are fucking playing with now. They're not playing with action figures. They're playing video games on a mobile phone or a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox. That's what kids are doing these days. They're not playing fucking with toys because there's no point in playing with toys. Toys are nothing but glorified collector's items at this point. They're not fucking something that kids play with at this anymore. Which is why is most of the buying market for toys, why are they mostly adults from their late 20s to their early 50s? Why is it mostly that age group that collects toys? It's not fucking kids. No, it's fucking adults. Oh my god. I haven't seen Shang-Chi. I haven't seen it, so I cannot comment. I'm just bringing it up because it's just something latest in fandom that I've been fucking hearing about. It's fucking ridiculous. This go woke, go broke. It's like, it's such a broken record. When everything is fucking woke at this point, then nothing is woke. It's like toys are like it's a weak argument too, because Star Wars, there's more to Star Wars than toy collecting. Not all Star Wars fans care to fucking collect action figures. There's sections of the fan base that don't care about fucking toys. Me being one of them. What I care about in Star Wars is learning more about the universe, is to read and learn more about how the universe works. I'm more interested in Star Wars for the lore, for the world building. That's what interests me in Star Wars. Not a bunch of fucking, not a glorified piece of plastic that I could flaunt over. Yeah, I have a few action figures in my room, like Revan, Luke Skywalker, Jaina Solo, Darth Nihilus, Boba Fett, IG-88, Lando, and Darth Vader. I have a few action figures, but I don't got that many of them because I just don't care about collecting them. I find what I find figures that interest me, and I go with that. And my Boba Fett and Darth Nihilus figures and Luke Skywalker and IG-88, I haven't even taken them out of their box. They still are in their box. I haven't taken them out. That's true. That may be true. But I'm going by the modern era on how toys are like not something that parents buy their kids that much anymore. And if they do buy their kids toys, especially if they're poor, they're not gonna go to a fucking Walmart or Toys R Us or Target to buy a toy. They're gonna go to a thrift store. I mean, that's where I got a good chunk of my toys when I was growing up. When I was a kid, most of my toys I got from the thrift store. I didn't get them from, most of them from Target. If I did, it was because my grandmother paid for them or my parents had extra money. They never fucking. It was mostly the thrift stores where I got most of my toys, and in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it's true to this very day that the thrift store is where probably where poor parents would probably buy their kids toys because it's cheaper to get a toy from a thrift store or a Goodwill than it would be from a Walmart or a Target. Yeah, of course, a lot of the toys you may get for them probably have fallen apart at this point, but still. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. But I'm just saying that, of course, we're talking about from the poor perspective, but people like world class bullshitters probably didn't grow up poor like us. He probably grew up middle class or upper middle class. He probably never experienced what real poverty is like. I don't know, but still, these days I think you don't see parents buy kids toys unless they're from lower economic backgrounds. But then again, they would not go to a Target or Walmart or Toys R Us to buy, or they don't exist anymore, but whatever, to buy toys. They'd go to a freaking thrift store or a Goodwill to buy one because it's cheaper objectively to get a toy there. Yeah, a lot of toys probably are probably, you know, in shitty condition, but you probably could find, so a good toy probably for a cheap for like nothing. In fact, most of my Ninja Turtle collection, I still own them, by the way, of the original series, I got mostly from Goodwill. Most of my collection, either that or Payless, which is called Big Lots now. I'm not joking. There was a time where Big Lots was a gold mine when it came to Ninja Turtle toys. And I'm going by the classic Ninja Turtle toys from the 80s cartoon. There was like no joke in the late 1990s, I managed to find a bunch of Ninja Turtle toys for in the I'm based on the 87 cartoon, insanely cheap. Even back then it was cheap. Of course, after a while, you know, I weren't able to find them anymore because the fucking toy collectors, those who collect the toys, not to fucking play with them, but to freaking, hang them on their shelf, fucking bought the rest of them. But for a time, I managed to get a lot of Ninja Turtle toys, and most a bulk of my collection came from getting them off thrift stores or pay for less, which is now Big Lots. That's where a bulk of my collection comes from. I would not even have half the Ninja Turtle collection if it weren't for thrift stores or cheap stores like Pay for Less. But you wouldn't be able to do that these days though, because all the good Ninja Turtle toys that everyone cares about would not even go to Pay for Less. It'd be all the crappy ones that no one cares about. I might one day show off my Ninja Turtle collection one of these days. It is a decently sized one. I have toys from the 87 and 2003 series. Yes, I have a lot of toys from the 2003 series. I have a few toys from the 2012, but I only got the first like set. I only got the turtles. I didn't get any others. So if I ever show off the Nickelodeon series, that's the reason why I only got the turtles. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I also got H Art Figure Arts, which is the Japanese figurines, which I have those. It's like I have a decent sized Ninja Turtle collection. It's pretty big, all things considered. But I don't collect toys anymore. I don't because the hobby is too expensive, and I just don't have the room. I can't say. The thumbnail, I just put it up there for shits and giggles because why the fuck not? Maybe one of these days I might do a like collection, but I'd have to make a mess of my room to make it happen and show off my entire collection of Ninja Turtles. It would probably be like a 2 or 3 hour fucking video because I have so damn many. Yeah, it is. I never seen one episode of G.I. Joe, not one. So I cannot say how good or bad the show is. It's probably stupid. It's probably bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel some nostalgia when it comes to toys that I used to collect. I still have a good chunk of them. But I am nostalgic for that era, at least somewhat. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of those toys were bought by my mother and grandmother, so it has that's another that's so it has sentimental value in that aspect. The best Dr. Smooth did a fucking great fucking parody of fucking G.I. Joe. At least it's one fucking parody with fucking. I might show it. Why the fuck not? Let's do it. Just give me a second. Dr. Smooth. They don't do videos anymore, but I don't care. It's still fucking funny. It's ridiculous, but I don't fucking care. Let's do it. The guy hasn't done videos like on his channel for over a decade, but it's still some funny shit. So just bear with me. I'm just going to put it on. It is, in my opinion, one of the greatest fucking parodies. I don't know if anyone ever watched this channel, but I think what little content this person made was fucking hilarious. All right. All right. All right. Let's just play this video and let's do a react.
Ah, Destro. Noble Destro. Welcome.
What is this urgent matter that...
Hold on, actually, I gotta make sure there's sound. Because I don't want to... Yeah. Let's stop for a second and let's... Sorry, I just want to make sure everyone can hear. All right, good. All right, people, sorry, I just gotta a double check. All right, let's play it.
Noble Destro. Welcome.
What is this urgent matter that requires my immediate attention?
Oh, forget about that for a sec, Destro. Sit down. You've been working tirelessly all day on that weather dominator. No doubt you require a little R&R.
What I require is no further interruptions until the weather dominator device is complete.
Why are you so angry? Calm down.
My time
What a
is limited.
stupid idea.
You best remember who is financing your little project, because soon my weather dominator will eradicate G.I. Joe and bring the free world to its knees.
And?
And then the world will be ruled by Cobra.
I see. And just why, Commander, do you feel that Cobra is the organization best suited to control the entire world?
What? Because Cobra must rule. Ah, Cobra is powerful. Cobra is strong. I created Cobra. I was but 4 years old when I realized that I could run the world better than the morons in charge. How dare you insult me with that question? Fuck you, Destro.
Very well then, Commander. Obviously, your summoning me here is a childish farce, and I must now return to oversee completion of the marvelous device you have purchased. I do not wish to be disturbed any further.
Come on, Destro, don't leave. Sit back and relax and enjoy the pleasantries that Cobra can provide for you. Look at this, a fucking turkey dinner. I can't wait to eat. Destro, would you like to sit down to this wonderful turkey dinner?
No, I have work to do.
Well, then what the fuck are you going to eat?
I don't care. I can order pizza or something. It doesn't matter.
Pizza?
There is work to be done, Commander. Perhaps you can afford the time to bask in gratuitous accoutrements, but my responsibilities require uninterrupted attention.
Oh, come on. I got the big screen up and everything. Destro.
Bah,
Come on.
I don't have time for this, Commander. I'll notify you when we're ready to conduct the test.
Oh, what a fucking pun, Pooper. You used to be fun, Destro. What the fuck's on TV? Oh, I bet Zartan would like to hang out. Zartan. Come in, Zartan.
Yes, Commander.
Where are you right now?
We're in the middle of pulling a heist, Commander.
Oh, really? Where?
Over there, you fucking idiot. Get it open.
Zartan.
We're in the middle of a fucking bank vault in New York City.
Zartan. How soon can you get here?
Commander, this isn't the best time. This score is worth over $2 million.
I'll give you $4 million if you and your buffoons get on the Cobra private jet and come here and eat a fucking turkey dinner with me.
Sure. What time?
Right now. Just go to the fucking airport. I'll have someone meet you there.
Okay, Commander.
Are you on your way?
Yes, Commander.
Okay, good. Bye. See you soon. What the fuck? We gotta drop all this fucking loot just to go have dinner with the commander?
No, you idiot. We're going to finish the fucking heist, package the $2 million, and then go see that fucking asshole Cobra Commander and collect $4 million.
Hey, Zartan's right smart about that kind of shit, hey?
Yeah, that's why he's our leader, because he thinks better than we do.
Now stop talking, you fucking idiots, and load the shit into the truck. We have to be at the airport soon.
Let's see what's going on with my Cobras. Good work, Cobras. Soon Cobra will rule the world. Hail Cobra! Hail Cobra! Get your feet off the table!
Oh, shit!
I'll dock your pay if I see you doing that again.
Sorry, Commander. Hail Cobra!
Destro! You lying, double-crossing jerkface!
No, it's not what it looks like, Commander.
You didn't have time to eat dinner with me, but you have all the time in the world to spend lip-locking with one of my employees!
I'm on my way back. She called me after I left. I swear.
Liar!
Commander, we really wish you wouldn't do that. You've already put us way over budget this month with your gratuitous expenditures. This unit will have to be replaced with a costly brand new one.
Well, if it isn't the two fucking butt brothers.
Don't kiss our asses or anything, Commander. We're only the ones responsible for making sure you don't go bankrupt before your little weather thingy even gets off the ground. Look, brother, a lavish turkey dinner banquet. No doubt that's way out of the budget, but since we're here...
No! That dinner is for invited guests only, and you two butt pals are not invited!
Very well, Commander. My brother and I will just have to eat at our
I
favorite
don't know why.
five-star
Because
restaurant
Cobra's
on
an
the
idiot.
Cobra expense account.
I hope you both get food poisoning. I hope Zartan gets here soon. Where the fuck is he? I am bored. Slave, amuse me.
No, please.
Shut up,
No.
Conan! You like it when I control you, don't you? Yes. Now, who will win? Conan or the Transformer? You cannot stop the Transformer. But I am Conan. No, Transformer will destroy you. Take this. I'll rip you apart. Oh, that was quite messy. Cobras, clean that up. That wasn't very amusing. Of course the Transformer won. He's a fucking robot.
I'm sorry. I had to share that. Because, come on. That, to me, was comedy gold. Of course, there's other ones this channel did. Like, he did a one with fucking Optimus Prime coming back to life as well. And he also did A one that fucking did a thing with the Dinobots to point out the stupid like idea of having the Dinobots have dinosaur brains. What makes it funnier is the voice acting sounds like the characters in the series. So that's what makes it great. This person has a lot of talent. Too bad he hasn't done videos on his channel for like well over a decade. Yeah, I don't even know what to talk about next. If anyone has any ideas, where do go from here? I am probably not surprised that everyone's a fucking idiot in G.I. Joe. Like, I am surprised people still fucking watch that garbage. Then again, my opinion about 80s cartoons is not very positive. I don't think 80s cartoons are really that good, honestly. I really don't. I just think they're just glorified toy commercials. And I feel like we've evolved past that. Because when shows are so good that you don't even need toys to sell, for the cartoon to sell the toys at this point, then what's the point? Yeah. Wait, demolish? No. That's not a topic I would like to touch on right now. I think what we need is to fix our roads. And I'm speaking from the American context. Our roads are fucked up. And there's so many fucking cracks in the freaking, roads and the sidewalks. This country would need a fucking overhaul in terms of its infrastructure. It would require an infrastructure bill that's so damn expensive that you'd have to cut the military budget. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Even though this country desperately needs infrastructure, it desperately needs, probably for the entire country essentially to rebuild, to have the roads rebuilt. It's not going to happen. And not to mention the amount of pollution it would cause. I don't know. I have no answers for this, so I'm not going to, elaborate on it any further. Oh God, Injustice getting a movie. It's probably based on the first series of comics, isn't it? I know. I'm so sick of evil Superman. It's a trope that's been done so many goddamn times. It's ridiculous. It's how many times you could do an evil Superman. I mean, seriously. So let's just, see. I just think it's ridiculous. I guess I'll just react to it. I guess I'll just react to it. Why not? And it's recent. And the trailer just came out today, so why not? Let's react. All right.
Imagine meeting you here, Lois.
This is a priority call to all Justice League members. A woman is missing.
She's one of ours. Her name is Lois Lane.
Lois. My masterpiece.
Brace yourself!
You took his wife. You took his unborn child.
and his city. Why?
After all these years, Batsy, you really need reasons from me?
What happened to Metropolis can never be allowed to occur again.
You'll throw away everything the Justice League stands for.
Want a chance to win 10?
Okay. It looks like a faithful adaptation to the comic. I don't know. The Superman, the Batman and Superman dynamic, it's been done so many goddamn times. It's like, can we do something else? Yeah, Wonder Woman in Injustice is evil. She is. Injustice in general, okay, it's an alternate universe, so I can understand that. But there was nothing good about Wonder Woman in this universe. She was always an evil psychopath. Yeah, Injustice Wonder Woman is evil. A good Superman fight good Batman, that will never happen because it wouldn't sell. Because according to all the edgelords on the internet, you cannot do a good Superman story unless Superman is the fucking bad guy. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie. I mean, I've heard the first series of comics were good for Injustice. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do their own movie and their own universe. I don't know. It just seems like Injustice is just DC trying to be like Game of Thrones. It's like, let's make everyone morally gray, which doesn't fucking work. I don't know how this movie's going to turn out. I mean, the animation's nice. I will give it that. I love Superman Red Sun. Not the movie, the comic. Superman and Red Sun is based. And I think that's the real, that should be the real Superman. Red Sun Superman is the best Superman. In my opinion. Yeah, I actually see it realistically, Batman becoming more evil than Superman, considering he's a fucking billionaire. I mean, the very idea that fucking Superman is more likely to be evil than Batman is fucking ridiculous. Of course, I honestly think doing evil versions of all of superheroes in general is fucking overdone. Hey, what's up? I just think we have way too many fucking evil superheroes archetypes these days. It's like, can't we just have heroes be heroes? But no, we live in this post-truth, post-modernist garbage where where heroism is frowned upon, where every character has to be fucking some sort of fucking gray, edgy, character to be interesting. Like, we cannot simply tell stories of heroes being heroes these days. It's the result of the era that we currently live in. In late stage capitalism, you cannot have heroes actually be heroes. It's just this nihilistic postmodernist garbage. It's like I'm just seeing it more and more. And the 2010s was definitely where I started to see this happening more and more. Superman was You know, we started seeing more evil Superman stories rise in this time. The depiction of Superman and Batman v Superman is just some modernist garbage. Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. All this is this postmodernist, nihilistic garbage that just isn't appealing. It's like people want fucking heroes. We want when we watch, we want something positive to look up to. We don't want fucking every single one of our fucking heroes to be fucking portrayed as demented psychopaths or fucking, you know, grumpy fucking old men that fucking don't fucking do anything. It's like I'm really tired of this. I know Superman is an Elseworld story in Injustice, yes, but it's a trend that's been happening for a very long time now. Like any form of heroism is frowned upon. And in all honesty, that is why we're seeing, you know, we don't see heroes anymore that are inspiring, because that's not what sells these days. That's not fucking, unfortunately, what people fucking want to see. Yes, I do, honestly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Batman in the Injustice universe is like the most hypocritical Batman of all of them. He gives Superman shit for using fear, yet Batman does the same thing. It's like, who is he to criticize Superman for that? I just feel like it's just their way of trying to make, oh, Batman and Superman, they're both heroes in their own right. It's like there's no definitive answer who's right or who is wrong, because, you know, both positions of Superman and Batman and the Injustice universe itself are fucking full of shit. You know, Batman's insistence on his no-kill policy is irresponsible. But then again, this goes beyond the Injustice Batman. Every Batman, I think, for the most part, is a hypocrite. How many people did Batman, kill by letting the Joker live? How many people has the Joker killed in the comics, or any of the incarnations of Batman? Like, Joker is one of the most dangerous criminals in the universe of, DC, yet he lets the Joker live. I know they don't, the real world reason why they don't kill, the Joker, because Joker is popular and Joker comics sell. So they're going to keep Joker alive. And if they do kill the Joker, it's only going to be in Elseworld stories, because you're not going to kill one of your characters that are highly popular. I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know much about Lex Luthor in the Injustice universe. It's probably explained in the comics. Of, why Lex Luthor is the way he is. I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. Lex Luthor, the hero. I mean, Injustice was a decent concept when it was new, back when it was first released. Because, DC, did not have, this before, at least not in a wider scale. It was essentially DC's, Civil War. But it's just turned out just to be, it's ridiculous. Like, it's one thing to have superheroes be in conflict, but it's another when you're constantly just having superheroes versus superheroes. It just makes you question who's really the hero in any of these conflicts. I just think the very fact that they're resorting to heroes versus heroes stories, and in comics as a whole, this proves that the superhero genre has basically the well is basically run dry. I mean, you've explored like almost every possible thing you could do with these characters, and the only thing you could do that you haven't done before is fucking just have them in the role of villains, and that's just terrible. I feel like majority of these comic book characters that have had stories told about them for decades, for decades, I think it's time that majority of these characters retire. Because how many more stories can you tell with Bruce Wayne? How many more stories can you tell with Peter Parker? How many more stories can you tell with majority of these characters that have been in the comics for so many years now? Yeah, Peter Parker, you probably could explore him being a father and him being a family man, but that's been done. That's been done in Elseworld stories, not in the mainline continuity. But even still, you explored everything you could possibly do with Peter Parker at this point. He should be retired. Same thing with fucking Bruce Wayne. He should be retired. I mean, in my opinion, majority of the Marvel and DC characters should be fucking retired at this point. Yet, that will never happen, because if they do that, the anti-SJWs will fucking complain that they're replacing all the fucking old characters with people with other characters in the same position. It's like, you can't win. Batman and Superman have, in all honesty, you've told everything you possibly can tell with these characters. It's time to move on. They have been infected with this postmodernist garbage. They will never do that. We all know they will never do that. So we could throw that out the window. They will never do that. And if they do have them do that, they'll be portrayed as the villains. That's just how it is. That's why you're seeing a lot of superheroes being portrayed as villains in stories now, because they've explored everything they possibly could, and doing the villain route just seems to be popular. Don't get me wrong, I think the very idea of superheroes is kind of fascistic, considering, place the overemphasis on the Superman and all that Nietzsche stuff, but I still think there's still some positive aspects of superheroes, like Superman. I would rather see superheroes be more portrayed like Superman than Batman. I don't want fucking a billionaire fucking superhero. Though those have been fucking done to death already. I want a working class superhero. I want a working class hero that fights for the people. I consider Spawn more of a hero than majority of Marvel and DC. But because he fucking fights, he protects the fucking homeless. He actually hangs out with the homeless. He isn't like the other superheroes who stay in their ivory towers. I do too. And honestly, I have nothing left to say, honestly. Not really on the subject, because let's just be real. A lot of the superheroes we grew up with, are unrecognizable because we're in the post-truth era, where truth is actually subjective of what we want it to be. That's why you have so many superheroes acting like fucking the opposite of what they were supposed to act and how they were written when the original people who created those characters conceived them. We fucking don't need fucking Tony Starks. We don't fucking need Batmans. We don't need freaking those people. But we don't need a Lex Luthor. What we need are superheroes that are fucking working class. We need more Spider-Mans and less Iron Mans. And in all honesty, I don't have much, more to say because I'm, I pretty much exhausted this topic, and considering I'm almost hitting the 2-hour mark, I do not, want to drag this stream out. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing another stream, which will be on Star Wars. So stay tuned for that. For those of you who are interested in more Star Wars related content, tomorrow I'm doing a Star Wars Cantina stream where I'm going to talk about, does canon matter? So for those of you who are interested, look forward to that. It's going to come out tomorrow. It's going to be a live stream just like this one. May the Force be with you always, and stay safe, everyone. Later.